Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to the post game rant line. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Shout out to everybody in the chat pouring in here. Guys, share this out all over all social media. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. No, we got to contextualize what's going on here. Contextual, the F, what's going on here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my guy, Daniel Caps Keenan, man. My brother, man. I'm sick of it too, my brother. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Beto, yes, it is nasty work, man. Nasty work. Yo, shout out to everybody over there. Shout out to my brother, Steve, Harbert, Nation, Wasted. Our defense is good, but the offense is absolutely garbage. We should be winning this game. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen, guys. Let's be honest here. You guys ready to be honest with me? Oh man, I got something on my hat. What the hell? What the F? It's a brand new, it's a brand new hat. What the F is going on here? Can't be having stains on my hat. I'm wasting talent, man. What the F's going on here? The fresh is out the market. Can't ever have nothing like that going on. But y'all, there are things that are abundantly clear to me. This is an indictment on Luke Getsy. This is an indictment on Antonio Pierce. And this is a further indictment that Gardner Minshew should never, ever start for the silver and black again. That's what this is. This is an indictment that Gardner Minshew should never, ever start again. Little Chris Jericho for you. We got over 100 in the room. What's with your brother Wasted, man? I'm going to be honest with y'all. The fact that the Raiders, and before I get to cooking, this show, like all my shows, is powered by Bet US. Going over to Bet US, get 150% of your first deposit up to $2,000. Get 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000 using YouTube 150. Go on over there. Listen, get all your sports, gambling, and betting needs out of the way with BetUS. And this show is powered by BetUS, our most gracious sponsors. Also, 24/7 personalized service, 365 days of the year. My God. Fast and easy deposit and withdrawal process, man, is none other and none better than BetUS. So, guys, let's get into it. You damn right, Chris Jericho can quarterback better. The Ayatollah of rock and roller himself could do a better job than these bums. I mean, bro, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the defense that was played on that last drive with that little, pick play. Listen, man. It's a basic ass flat concept, man. Basic flat concept. And they can't make a switch. I mean, just unbelievable. They should have probably had Jacorian Bennett out a little wider. But be that as it may, man, this is not something that I am shocked over. This is not something that I'm dismayed over. This is something that, if I am being honest, I expected. But the fact that we had a chance to win the game, bruh, it makes it hurt that much more. It makes it hurt that much more. Look, two things that ring true. Gardner Minshew, and I don't want to lose sight of that fact. Gardner Minshew should never, ever start a game for the Raiders again. Now, he can start somewhere else in the league, but he should never, ever start another game for the Raiders a effing again. Sorry. right? And another thing that has been made abundantly clear, because the game isn't quite over yet. Another thing that's abundantly clear to me, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. To me, this should be grand opening, grand closing with Antonio Pierce. There's 2 minutes left in the game. Two minutes left in the game. The game is not quite over yet. Raiders are going for an onside kick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to wait. There's no hurry. There's no hurry. 27-20. It's crazy because it's funny, man. The spread was 8.5. The spread was 8.5. It looks like the Raiders are going to beat that spread. You know what I'm saying? Being home dogs here. Unless, Mahomes and them get the ball back, which they have. Oh, no. Am I behind here? What the hell's going on here? Now the Queefs got the ball, right? KC got it. So unless Kansas City goes down here and they don't take a knee, it looks like the Raiders covered this spread, right? So all you bettors out there that was savvy, went against the home dog. Went with the home dog. You're going to get your payoff here. But listen, the thing that's abundantly clear to me, that there is a lack of adjustments, little to no adjustments, and that the Raiders have one of the most poor coaching staffs in football. Horrible. Horrendous coaching. And to be honest with you, I've gotten my fill of the Antonio Pierce experience. I've gotten my fill of it. I think it is time for Antonio Pierce to go. Not now, but at the end of the season, the Raiders need to be in the market for a new head coach. And I know a lot of you guys will be like, damn, Wasted, you guys were pounding the table. Especially you, Wasted, you were pounding the table for him, right? Listen, you cannot overlook what we've been seeing. You can't overlook it. Look, AP supposedly bringing back the Raider way. If this is the Raider way, then I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of inept coaching. I don't want no parts of bullshit game plans. Excuse my language. I know this is a PG show, it's a family show. I don't want any parts of being outcoached on a weekly basis. Being an NFL coach is not a job that you can learn on the fly, right? It takes years to cultivate a great head coach. It takes years to cultivate a strategy. It takes years, right? Antonio Pierce's legacy here will be that of an interim coach that probably should have not been retained. And listen, throughout the history of the National Football League, interim coaches don't normally work out. The only one that I can remember, and he never went to a Super Bowl, who worked and went on and won and became the head coach for years to come, was Jason Garrett. And maybe that's because, Jerry Jones had him being the coach in waiting. But the thing about Jason Garrett was that Jason Garrett was a guy who was an assistant for a long time, player, everything, quarterback, backup quarterback, Ivy League guy. So it's understandable why he was able to keep his job as a coach, right? We got over 235 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Where the F is everybody at? We got to run this thing up to 500, 1,000, like every weekend. The F is going on here. And God, we trust. We got all these football minds on the sideline and in the booth, but it doesn't seem to translate to wins. The only people that need to be kept is Patrick Graham and Tom Telesco. Everybody else can go. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. My guy Joey Cheek is in a place, man. Where you been, brother? Man, my dog, man. What's up, Joey? So glad you in a place to be, man. So glad, man. Raider Legacy is in a place, man. Do I believe Mark is going to fire him after the year? I believe if the brain trust of Tom Brady has anything to do with this, I think yeah, I do, and I think that if the Raiders continue to lose at the clip that we've been losing, I can't see a way that you can go into a new situation with a new young quarterback and a new vision on the offensive side of the football with all these new players with a coach that clearly is not that guy. He's not the guy. He's a great guy. I like Antonio Pierce. I was rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? But I need to be honest. I'm not gonna die on the hill because I was wrong about Antonio Pierce. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna come out here. Now I know a lot of people will say, "Hey man, wasted." You got to give him a chance. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. No, I see what I see already. If he was making sound decisions and the fact that we were just getting beat is because of a lack of talent on the roster and personnel and things like that, yes. If I see Antonio Pierce paradigm shifting and doing things to make the situation better, yeah. But I personally feel like the one part of this team that is solvent and that's been playing well and been making us to a point where we're not an utter and complete laughingstock is the defensive side of the ball. And him being the head coach, the one guy who is doing his job is Patrick Graham. Now, I'm going to be real with you. If you get rid of AP and Tom Telesco, being a GM, gets to hire his own coach, I want to see them clean house from top to bottom. And I want to see them go out there and get the best candidate for the job based off of their resume and not hype and not nonsense. That's what I personally want to see. That's what I want to see. I'm very measured in my approach with this team now because I am not going to allow myself to fall for the proverbial banana in the tailpipe. I am not going to do that. I can see where this season is going. I can look at the ugly pixel in the pretty picture, or I can look at the pretty pixel in the ugly picture. This is an ugly picture, man. So let me correct that right now. The final of the game just dropped right now. The Raiders were just what the doctor ordered for Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and company, who have had a historically bad year for their standards as far as from a stat perspective. They are now 6-0. Well, now they're 7-0. The Raiders are now 0-3 in the division. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy, OGDA. Just text me. Shout out to if y'all remember OGDA, man, he was down there at Bar A. Shout out to Bar Anticipation. My guy OGDA was down there. The last 2 times we've been down there, he potted with us the whole time. He was on with me and Honcho and Hammer and all of us this year. And the last time he was on with me and Big Mike. He held it down. Shout out to my brother OGDA, man. But he's even said it. He just said to me, he says, yo, Getsy and AP must go. Now, this is a guy who's been watching the Raiders for shit his whole life. Over 50 years, right? I got my guy Ben Bad. You can't keep doing the same shit every week. See, there's no growth there. That is where my folly would. Like, I've seen coaches start off bad in their career, and I've seen teams stick with them because the one thing that you have is like with Dan Campbell, you had a fight for that Detroit team. They would fight for every inch. He wasn't making mistakes. I think the team is playing decent on the defensive side of the ball and scoring in spite of Antonio Pierce's poor coaching. Listen, the Gardner Minshew experiment, I placed that at the lap of Antonio Pierce and Tom Telesco. That's the one mistake that I can really, question him for. But this Luke Getsy thing, man, this is nasty work, bro. How do you go away from Brock Bowers? Like, they should be forcing the damn ball to the guy. I've seen them force the ball. Like, it's almost like in this offense, when you're a talented football player, there is a derivative from the powers that be to not throw you the ball. It's unbelievable. So let's go over some numbers here. Top performers, of course, Patrick Mahomes, just what the doctor ordered. You know, he threw 2 touchdowns. You know, was Patrick Mahomes again, threw a pick. He's thrown 9 picks. I think he might be leading the National Football League with the 9 picks. I think he might be. I could be wrong. I have to look. But Patty Mahomes, man, 27 for 38. 27 for 38, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Gardner Minshew, 24 for 30, 209, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, but a fumble as usual. So Gardner Minshew is being the turnover machine as advertised. A lot of us were taking the task because we said that Gardner Minshew has a problem with holding on to the football. And people said, wait. Gardner Minshew hasn't thrown over this many interceptions. But I'm like, he fumbles all the time. The guy's a turnover machine. Gardner Minshew, if you're not going to see, this is me as a coach. If you're not going to take care of my football, you will not be on my football field. Gardner Minshew should not be on the field. We had 14 carries by Alex Mattison for 15 effing yards. There was a parlay to see whether he can get over 40, 45 yards today. And I said, take the over. Man, that was terrible advice. I am sorry. Because this right here, man, is effing terrible, man. Brock Bowers, 5 receptions, 58 yards. Should have had a lot more than that. Travis Kelce, just with the doctor orders, the Raiders, every year. 10 receptions, 90 yards, a effing tutty. The guy's he's been on a freaking Taylor Swift hangover. He's done nothing all year. Shout out to my guy, Pessimistic Frank, man. I am back. Thanks, Minshew. Tank, baby. Get the F out of here. Frank the Tank. Joe Capital Ramos with the $10 holler. I am not entirely out on AP, but if he's gone, it is what it is. I will say this now. The next head coach up, if they don't win with the rookie QB, we're going to draft Shador. And a full draft board, I'm going to be pissed. Look, Joe, I like AP. I do. He seems like a good guy. But if I'm being honest, I really don't care how good of a guy he is. I don't care. I want my Raiders to win, bro. I want my Raiders to win. We got over 600 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. I want my Raiders to effing win, bro. I want my Raiders to win. And this is the thing. People say the Raiders are tanking. The Raiders don't need to tank. We're just not a good team. We're not a good team. We don't have a good quarterback, and we don't have a good head coach. So when you check the boxes for what you need to win in the National Football League, there goes that metric. There goes that metric. There goes that metric. And Loco Sick is right. This is dysfunction at its finest. My guy J Rose in a place, man. Shout out to J Rose, where the F you been, bro? High wasted by wasted. J Rose, you be all right, man. Calm down, brother. You be all right. Listen, the rest of the season, bro, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna evaluate this team. I'm gonna watch this team. You know, there have been some things that have come out of this season that have been some positives. But at this point, man, I don't see a way where the Raiders can get to a winning trajectory to where it'll matter, right? I don't see us making the playoffs now. I think if we lose again, we're going to be mathematically eliminated. So, you know, it's quick and easy, right? This is a situation that we need to sit back as fans, be analytical. We need to evaluate the way Antonio Pierce is coaching his team. We need to evaluate all of these young players, right? We need to evaluate all these free agents and ask yourself whether you want to keep these guys, right? And that's where we need to go from there. My guy, Psychedelic, with the $20 special. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. Yo, shout out to the over 829 of you guys in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Appreciate y'all, man. My guy, Rick Glenn. When does Davis get to blame? Over the years, we've had a lot of head coaches, and thank you for the $5 special, my brother. Over the years, we have had a lot of head coaches, GMs, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, etc. But one owner, right? Well, look, bro. Let's unpack this, right? We do this every week. We do this every week. We unpack this. We blame Mark Davis, right? But at the end of the day, that's the one thing that you can't change. And at the end of the day, it's not like Mark Davis meddles. The only thing Mark Davis has to do as an owner is make the team financially solvent, right? And make sure he's making money and able to spend on players. Mark Davis is not the problem as it pertains to him going out there and trying to win. He'll pay the head coaches the money that he wants to pay them, right? He pays them well, right? And Mark Davis wants good players. He's not like Mike Brown in Cincinnati where he don't pay guys and he's cheap and he's like a food stamp owner. Like that's not what we're dealing with here. We got an owner that wants to win. He puts money into the product, right? So I don't want to get rid of Mark Davis. I just want him to hire the right person to run the ship on the football end of things. That's what I want. I want him to get it right. I want him to learn from his mistakes. So now you got the interim guy, right? Then you know the John Gruden. You went the nostalgia route. The nostalgia route didn't work. You know when you first got into this, you listened to Reggie, right? And I get it because he just got into it. He listened to Reggie McKenzie. He went and got Dennis Allen. It just wasn't a good fit. Fire Hugh Jackson, right? You got Jack Del Rio after that because you got a Hayward kid to try to sell it to the fans, and it worked out better than you thought. Reggie kind of knew something. When he got Jack, Jack worked for you know he got us from being a dumpster. We were winning. You fired Jack prematurely and you bring in John, and that was the biggest mistake. The Josh McDaniels thing, I can understand the ideology behind hiring Josh McDaniels. I mean, if you're an owner and you look back and you look behind you and you look at the organization that whose coverage you want to rate, it would probably be the Patriots, right? That, you know, over the last 20 years, right? Now it's looking like it's Kansas City, right? But sometimes when you have figures like Andy Reid and like Bill Belichick, it shows you how great they actually are. And it shows you how great Tom Brady actually is. And Mark is still enamored with that situation. That's why, you know, Brady is a part owner. Mark didn't need his money, really. But now Brady can come in and actually be a voice in the ear of the owner. Maybe help him along a little bit. Listen, I have no problem with that. But Mark, and I'm not, listen, bro, I don't want to get off on a tangent about Mark Davis. It's not about Mark Davis. Mark Davis paid these guys to do a job, and they're not doing a good job. Mark Davis is not out there missing blocks. Mark Davis is not out there, you know, fumbling. He's not out there throwing helium balls. He's not out there not making adjustments. The owner can't come. What owner in the league will come down from the booth and make adjustments at halftime? That's not Mark Davis's job. It's not Mark Davis's job to say, hey, Luke Getsy, you're not good. Get the F on. That's not Mark's job. But I tell you what is Mark's job: to hire and fire the person to run the show. And if Tom Telesco is the guy that's running the show and he has autonomy over firing or hiring Antonio Pierce, Tom Telesco did not hire Antonio Pierce. Mark Davis did, right? So if Mark is turning the keys to Tom, Coupon Tom is not going to bring Antonio Pierce back. I don't give a F what the F y'all saying. Pessimistic. Can't win without a QB. Shador, baby. Shador. You damn right. DJ, Lenny Danger. Wasted. Salute to you and your family. Appreciate you, Lenny. Appreciate you, my dog. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up, too, man. We got over 888 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. We need to stay focused on the future. Beating KC would not help us get a top QB in the draft. We are also top 10 in salary cap. The head coach situation needs to play out for the rest of the year. Yeah, Sweet Jazz. Yeah, I'm not saying to throw the baby out with the bathwater right now. And thank you for the $10 slam, bro. Appreciate it. But the thing is, man, for where I'm sitting, right? I'll tell you just like this, bro. There needs to be a clear and concise message coming from the top down that mediocrity on any level will not be tolerated, right? And we need to be honest with the hiring of Antonio Pierce. He was not qualified to be a head coach, and that's the reason why I am never a proponent of pulling the plug too early. I'm always the guy, the wait and see guy. I'm always the patient guy. I can't be patient with this one because it was a reach and a stretch to hire him to begin with. This was something that Mark acquiesced to the players. God bless him for that. But guess what? Now it's time for them to say, okay, guys, we gave you what you wanted, right? You got what you wanted. You see what that got you. Guys hurt. Shit's not going right. Look, this is kind of like when you have children and they ask you, I want to eat ice cream for dinner. I want to eat ice cream for lunch. I want to eat ice cream for breakfast. And you say, you know what? Let me show you what happens when you do that. And then they get a stomach ache. And they're praying and they're crying and stuff. And you say, see, you see what I told you? This is why you got to eat your vegetables. This is why you have to have a balanced meal. This is why ice cream is a treat and it's not the thing that you eat every day. They gave the team ice cream. They said, let them eat cake, like Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. And guess what? These guys are regurgitating all over themselves now. They're throwing up everywhere. My guy, Zulane Bustamante. We're definitely not making the playoffs. We need to start thinking about our future plans in order to turn this shit around for real. And guys, look, I don't want a quick fix. I don't want the Dr. Feel Good moment for a week. I want the real deal. I want the real deal. I want real winning. I want a real organization. I don't want any Johnny come lately bullshit. Sorry, man. Mark Salter, before I read this comment, pause. Always love my Raiders, but this is hard. That's what she said, too. Yo, my guy Beto, I'm about to get lasagna wasted right now. Need something positive after this nasty loss. I'm going to tell you what some of the positives are, right? We're going to go into some of the stats. I'm going to get through some of y'all supers. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this, y'all. My guy, Joe Capital Ramos, again, man. I want to win, too. Hence why next season there's less of a reason for us not to get right with Tom Brady as the partial owner and the new head coach at QB. I'm done. Bro, let's look. Yo, you preaching to the choir. Look, we need a new new across the board because there's nothing that I can hang my hat on with Antonio Pierce in this regime. Nothing. It's funny. Yo, the Demox is right. Remember y'all people when we were harassing Mark Davis and change happened. And now we're not happy with the change we asked them for. We need to look in the mirror as a fan base. We asked them for this, bro. I asked them for this. I'm not blaming Mark, bro. New coaching staff, new stadium, cap space, all that. I'm not blaming Mark. He'll pay the money. He'll go out there. You want Devontae Adams, go get him. You want Antonio Brown, go get him. Oh, we got to pay Carr. Oh, we'll pay him. Look, we wanted John Gruden. Yo, what we got to do is we got to let these guys do their job. Do your job, but do it right. Pick the right people. Rusty Cote. We need QB/coaches. Factual. Too much motion and trickery in the backfield. Tucker needs 8 touches downfield, not behind the line of scrimmage. Listen, Luke Getsy, let me tell you, this is going to be grand opening. And I never, call for people's jobs. I don't do that. This better be grand opening and grand closing on Luke Getsy's career as an offensive coordinator. He is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. We've seen the Luke Getsy act. Now we see it in real time. It's time. It's time to get rid of this shit. It's time, bro. It's time. Sorry, man. My guy, Rudy the Vet Russo. My guy. Mod father extraordinaire over here at Raider Nation Unlimited. My brother, Rudy. This team is trash. The team is not trash, though, bro. And that's the problem. The team's not trash. And that's why it's so hard to take. This team, the offense is trash. The defense is not trash, bro. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that this team is completely trash. They're not trash, bro. This defense is not trash. There's a lot of foundational pieces. There's a lot of guys we can build from, bro. The most disappointing part is there's so many things wrong with this team. We won't see the playoffs again probably for 2 years. That's if we get it right. Feels like mediocrity will never end, bro. And it's, bro, things are darkest before dawn. But joy comes in the morning, bro. We're at the dawn of Raider Nation right now, bro. I don't see the Raiders going into a tailspin of 5, 6, 7, 8 years of mediocrity. I don't see that. I don't see that with a guy like Max Crosby in the building. I don't see that with the Malcolm Kuntz of the world in the building. I don't see with this defense. You got a lot of pieces, man. Christian Wilkins being in the building. I see the Raiders making some tweaks on the offensive end of the football and getting some real coherent offensive minds in the building that are, innovative in today's brand of football. Not guys who were cool 10 years ago or 15 years ago like a Lex Bubble. That's what we got in our building. We got Lex Bubbles. Y'all remember the Lexus? What was that? Was it the GLS or what? I forgot. I don't really like Lexus. I'm more of a German car guy, right? But the Lex Bubble, everybody's going crazy over the Lex Bubble. It was cool 15 years ago. You had the Lex Bubble. You was the shit, right? That's what Joe Philbin and guys like that are. And how much of an impact do they really have on this team at this point? You said now Mark isn't to blame. He's not. How the hell am I gonna blame Mark Davis because Antonio Pierce is not making adjustments at halftime? How am I gonna blame him for that? So now let's say I want to blame Mark Davis, and we was all pounding the table for AP. We was all pounding the table to fire McDaniels. We was all pounding the table for that, and now all of a sudden, when Mark gives us what we want, and everybody, the legends, was in the locker room smoking cigars and shit last year, from Tim Brown to Marcus Allen. Everybody was on board with this AP thing. This is what we need. Everybody was on board. The fan base, it was very few dissenting voices who said no. Right now, if Jim Harbaugh was an actual option, then I would have been in agreement. I didn't think Jim Harbaugh wanted to come here to begin with. We just assume everybody wants to coach for the Raiders. Like how we sit up here and we say Ben Johnson. Shout out to Graf. Graf keeps saying Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson might not want a thing to do with the Raiders. Especially if, we don't have a number 1 pick, right? He might not want a thing to do with this. He might not, because Ben Johnson was supposed to go to the Washington Commanders. So you got to ask yourself, man, like Brian DeBall and all of them in New York, if they lose that job, right, and the Giant, the New York job is open, maybe Ben Johnson wants to go and be in the biggest media market in the world. Maybe we don't know, bro. We don't know who's bad, who's this, who's that. We don't know who he's connected to, but we keep saying all these names, and we don't know if these names want to have anything to do with us. We don't know that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You say what I want for centuries. Okay, listen, 2011 is not centuries, bro. 2011 is 13 years ago, right? And really 12 because this season isn't over. And when we talk about that, this is a guy who was trying to move a team. This is a guy, and I'm not going to go into this Mark Davis shit today. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it because he's not the one out there playing. He's not the one out there not making adjustments. He's not that guy. He is a guy who gets you the money. He sets the table. He's been trying to give us what we want. Don't try to hunt with the foxes and then go hide with the chickens. Don't do it. All of us, A lot of us, there's some of y'all in the chat that'll be like, oh, I never wanted AP. A lot of us was pounding the table. I will go back and post clips from my chat from last year when this Josh McDaniel thing happened and when AP went on this roll. We begged this guy to hire Antonio Pierce, and he did what the fans wanted. We would have crucified him if he didn't hire Antonio Pierce. We'd have crucified him. And you know it. You know it. Let me read these chats. Let's get into this game. So we're supposed to be doing a post-game breakdown. Y'all got me talking about freaking Mark Davis. And we got almost 1,000 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Mr. Gio with the $5 slam. This team is still playing hard for AP. At the end of the year, fire every coach on the offensive side. Mr. Gio, I can't. Look, they can play just as hard as they want, bro. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't care. I cannot have a coach that I'm not sure is not the worst coach in the National Football League. From a schematic standpoint, he has the most thin resume of any coach in this league. His resume, you have people who are coordinators that are more deserving of being head coach than Antonio Pierce. And this is a guy, I was a huge supporter of Antonio Pierce. I'm just being honest with y'all. Look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm not sugarcoating it. I was wrong. You can crucify me all you want. I was wrong about AP. I was wrong about, I got caught up in the emotions, and that's what I normally don't do. That's the reason why I do this, to give you guys information, not affirmation. This is the first time in my career as a, I'm going to say, not career, because it's not my career, right? But in my journey as a content creator, I don't normally get caught up in the emotions of things. I give you guys the facts as they are, right? And what I will tell you is that with the Antonio Pierce thing, I got caught up in the motion, bro, because of the passion, the swagger. Yo, look, all the parlor tricks, man, the 6'4", the cigars in the locker room, the dancing, everybody gigging in the locker room. That was great. It felt good, man. And I fell for it. But guess what? When you start talking about the NFL is a results-based business. It's a week-to-week league. And week after week after week, we make mistakes. It's bad clock management, bad with timeouts, not challenging, right? Then you being on the goal line, right, and not throwing the football. And it's sad because when Trayvon Merrick got that interception, right, and he didn't score, I was like, we're not going to score. I told my wife, I said, we're not going to score, yo. If the defender doesn't score on an interception, we not scoring, bro. We not scoring. We right there. We right there. Shout out to the over 1,000 in the room, y'all. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Unclad. Now we're going to hear the same old story from AP. We are. Now, y'all, wasted. Getsy play calling in the red zone trash. His play calling period is trash. Hey, y'all, look. We're gonna watch the press conference when it comes on, y'all. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know when y'all see the presser. When the presser pops up, y'all let me effing know. We're gonna pull it up on Twitter. We're gonna get to rocking and rolling. We got over 152 of y'all over here watching on Twitter too. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. After the presser, we'll get into the stats of the game and stuff like that. How about that, y'all? How about that? I mean, we had some miss opportunities in this game, man. Ridiculous. And guys, I know some people didn't want to win, man, but I don't care, man. I don't care, man. They the Chiefs coming down the field right out the gate, 4 for 4, 58 yards, capped by a Kareem Hunt 1-yard touchdown run. And then the Raiders responded with Gardner Minshew going 5 for 5, 53 yards, 7-yard touchdown completion to Jacoby Myers. We needed Jacoby like our life depended on it. Then the defense got a stop on the next possession, thanks to Tyree Wilson getting a sack, finally, leading to Daniel Carlson knocking down a season-long 54-yard field goal to get the Raiders a 10-7 lead, man. You're thinking, hey, man, here we go. But Mahomes and Kelsey went to work, and their chemistry came alive, man. And, you were finding Travis Kelsey in the zone by himself. I don't know. Somehow, some way, this guy's just able to just roam free, man. just roam free, man. Just freaking roam effing free, man. And they connected. You know, the Raiders had several chances to take back the lead in the second quarter, and we just couldn't seize the moment, bro. And after the second quarter, the wheels came off of the freaking apple cart. Unbelievable, man. Uneffing believable, man. Unbelievable, man. Let me get to some of y'all. Yo, we gonna be ready to go when the press conference is going. I don't know if you guys want to hear anything from Antonio Pierce right now. Oh, AP is up, y'all. AP is up, y'all. AP is up, y'all. We share this. The press conference is on. Shout out to everybody in the room, y'all. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Back, they won the line of scrimmage on those plays, and then Brock.
You're not rocking with the best.
He's always a part of it. But I thought, obviously Kansas City did a good job. Spags started just bringing pressure, and the ball's coming out quick, and you got to throw to the open receiver.
Shout out to over 1,000 of y'all in the room. Yo, get wasted with your brother. Wasted.
AP, it seemed like on the Chiefs' second to last drive, I think you guys used all 3 of your timeouts. Were you guys not considering saving those in case you had that situation at the end of the game where you needed to stop the clock?
I mean, we're looking at it, just looking at the score, looking at all the numbers. If they kick a field goal, it's a 2-score game. Try to save as much time as possible.
AP, that last drive of the second half, of the first half for you guys, will you just talk about what's going through your mind?
Hondo Carpenter.
Just what's your thought process there and the decision on how you guys played that out?
Yeah, you don't want to give them a lot of time. So obviously you want the clock running. They didn't call timeout after the first one. They did after the second. And I believe third down was an incomplete pass. They got the ball. We got a good punt there at the 20. Want to keep them backed up. Obviously, they're one of the best teams in football in a 2-minute situation, trying to give them as least amount of time as possible.
AP, if we can piggyback off Vinny's original question, forget about just individual drives themselves. The play calling overall, is it something that you're okay with Luke doing, or is it something that you need to address?
I think us as a team overall, we got to get better. We were competitive today. I'm not going to get into play calling or anything of that nature. I mean, I'm sure there's
why not
about
get into it, AP?
One thing our team did, we was competitive. We fought to the very end and gave ourselves a chance.
And then just real quick with the rushing, there have been 4 times this season where a team's rushed for less than 2 yards per attempt. Raiders have done it twice. Just address the rushing game, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to Vinny's first question. I'm trying to establish some physicality with our guys up front. Right there.
Wrong answer,
line,
AP.
You got pounded in, right? Turnover, sudden change. Should be able to punch that ball in. And it's not going to change. I mean, we're going to keep working on it, go back to the lab. Listen, 3 out of the last 4, I thought we did a good job rushing the ball. And then obviously we came against a team that stopped the run.
AP, football games usually come down to a handful of plays. When you guys play Kansas City, is there a feeling that you guys need to be perfect or near perfect in order to get the job done?
You goddamn right you do.
You can't make mistakes. You can't kill yourselves, right? If you got great opportunities like we did twice in the third quarter to, get points on the board, we got to do that. And then, when you got to get off the field, they did a good job on third down. Patrick was really good on third down, did a really good job there. So, no, I don't think I ever try to coach or play the game perfect. You do the best you can. But obviously, they were better in a lot of areas today than us.
Antonio, your impressions of Gardner today? Someone could get off to a hot start.
Yeah, he got off to a hot start.
Who the F cares? You're not rocking with the best, the great and powerful wasted talent, yo. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Throw a block out there on a wide receiver. I mean, listen, everybody's fighting.
Top beats.
These guys are competitive. All I asked them to do was fight for 4 quarters, and we did that.
Antonio, you had stressed that you wanted to be a hard hat physical football team. How disappointing is it that hasn't been able to come to fruition, and especially like you were talking about that first and goal at the 3-yard line?
Yeah, I mean that was part of our identity and DNA that we've been harping on. We harped on in training camp. We're going to continue to harp on it. I mean, still a lot of game left, right? Not where we want to be at 2-6. Obviously, we understand that, but we'll go back to it. Right? Put pads on Fridays. The last couple of weeks, just trying to build that mindset, that mentality with the group, and we're going to stay with it.
At the end of the first half, what you're thinking about trying to kill the clock? We're trying to get a first down, and they got the ball back and score a field goal. But what you're thinking as far as what you guys want to do in offense before that? Yeah, we want to score, but more importantly, we want to keep the clock running. It was 1:57 or so like that. I believe a little bit under 2 minutes. Again, going against a really good team in a 2-minute situation. You want to get a first down. Allow them to use their timeouts and give Patrick Mahomes the least amount of time possible.
He running out of excuses, yo. AP, that was AP, everybody. Antonio Pierce. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You're now rocking with the best. I don't like his body language. Bro. I don't like it. He got in and got out fast. Dead man walking. AP gave us, we got sold on the dream. We got sold on the dream, bro. It's time to get rid of AP, bro. I'm sorry. Shout out to my guy Hammer's in the place, man. My guy Hammer is in the place, yo. Yo, ESPN. Well, maybe everyone will stop talking about that one win against the Chiefs on Christmas. The Chiefs won a Super Bowl in Vegas and won their next game in Vegas. ESPN, yeah, that win is a long time. I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. I'm done. Shout out to my brother David Walker. Yo, the Brick City's very own. Facts, bro. Dead man walking. Barbecue chicken, even. My guy, Top Beats, is in the place. Nope, his body language screams weakness. I'm in over my head, and he knows it. And he knows we know it too. Top Beats, let me tell you something. Top, you are one crazy mother effer. And I love you, brother. But you are right on effing point. The OG Top Beats hit the nail on the coffin. He hit it out of the damn park. The great and powerful Hammer is in the place. All of y'all. I had to bring Hammer. I said, Hammer, you got to pull up, bro, because I know Hammer is going to leave the mic smoking after this. Hammer, what's going on, bro? Because I saw you on the live stream, bro. I heard you in my ear.
Hammer, I'm glad that my headphones are still working.
The floor is yours, bro. Yeah, I know you fucking went crazy son of a bastard, you. Go ahead, Hammer. Take a deep breath.
What the
Take a deep breath, my brother. Come on now. Come on with the smack. We got over 1,100 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. The floor is crazy. We're going nuts over here.
Yeah, we got 2 touchdowns. But we're also 2 for 2 in the red zone. You're at the goal line once again and shit the bed. You go into I formation, and instead of going tush push, instead of going a fullback dive, you go even further back and want to give it to Mattison for what?
For nothing.
To
get stopped.
We talked about it earlier, and you were asking me like what I thought the outcome of the game was going to be. And funny enough, exactly what I had in my head, something I didn't want to fucking say during the live, it fucking happened. The final score was 27-20. Like, this is the week last year around this time. There was a nice little firing in the middle of the night of our GM and our head coach. Now, I'm not saying that we need to fire both of them, let alone one right now. I'm thinking maybe the Getsy is going to be that scapegoat and he might get fired. We'll probably hear something within the next day or two. And if not, I don't know what the fuck else they're looking at, or maybe they in fact are just okay with this fucking this art form of losing, because they're making every fucking week now. They're just finding new ways to lose, and this shit is becoming an art form. And it's
new and inventive ways of being mediocre.
It's fucking sickening.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and see, listen, this is the thing. The defense has done good. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I disagree when people were getting on chasing for that roughing the passer. Patrick Mahomes, bro, that was some nature boy Ric Flair. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's bullshit.
Oh, my God. So is everybody in the chat.
F out of here. Shout out to everybody in the room. My guy, LS the Damager. Most disappointing part is there's so many things wrong with this team. We won't see the playoffs again for probably 2 years, and that's if we get it right. Feels like forever mediocrity. My guy, hold on. My guy, Mr. Gio. This team is still playing hard for AP. At the end of the year, fire every coach on the offensive side. Mr. Gio, I can't agree with that. I know I read this already, but it's been a long day. I don't agree with that. I think that, the general at the top of this army is inept. It's got to go. Now we're going to hear the same old story from AP. You said that earlier. I read that earlier, and I don't give a damn. Wasted. Getsy play calling in the end zone is trash. Luke Getsy's trash. The whole situation is trash. The whole outfit is trash. My guy, Midnight Raider King is back. Go look at what Jaden Daniels. I saw it. I don't want to see it.
Yo.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Everybody keeps bringing up Jaden Daniels, bro. We had no shot at getting Jaden Daniels. My God, let's be real. None of us thought we was winning this game, period. On that note, AP is gone during the bye. Marvin Lewis will coach the rest of the year. I hope not. Keep AP to the end. Guys, listen, Gardner Boogerman Minshew is up.
You need to go back to Luke and
Booger.
Booger.
On the play calling. Are you fine with it?
Sylvia Lyman, thank you for the $2 holler.
No, I feel comfortable with the plays we're calling.
I felt comfortable fumbling the ball.
Shucks.
You know, I think there's spots all across the board that we can get better at, and
yeah, we can get better.
Address it, move on.
Dude, you fucking suck. Shut up.
Gardner Minshew. Fans expect Mark to be Allen. He isn't. Gardner Minshew is in the place, y'all.
Or today, rather, you're throwing lead blocks. AP just talked about it. What did that hard look in the mirror reveal for you?
Whoa.
Yeah, no, just get back to just kind of focusing every play, man. Focusing on your job, and that's really it. You know, just showing up each play with the blank slate and giving it your full focus and effort. You know, felt good with how we came into the game today. You know, obviously you're always just a player or two away, so we'll have some more we can learn from and take. But I also think we have more to build on from this week.
Gardner, last week you guys had that first and goal at the 4 against the Rams. I think you threw it 3 straight times, couldn't get the yardage. Today, ran it 3 straight times, couldn't get the yards. How frustrating is it when, you know, especially when games as close as the last 2 have been, that you can't get those 4 3 yards that you need in those situations?
Yeah, it's really frustrating. That's obviously something we have to be better at.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to the over 1,200 of y'all in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted and Hammer. The post-game show,
team we got to be
smoking.
So, I mean, I think we'll have to look at it, figure out what we've done well over the last little bit, figure out what's not working, and go from there.
What's not working? Everything's not fucking working right now, fuck boy.
Gardner Minshew, somebody throw a tomato at this man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We
The
just
tomatoes are out.
Good drives. Had
Get
some
out of here.
big third down plays by the receivers. The run was hitting. And then just it's hard to say, you know, one thing or another. Fell out of it for a stretch there, but that's the challenge. Just got to be more consistent. Got to score in the red zone and take care of the ball.
The tomatoes are out. Get him out. Throw the tomatoes at Gardner Minshew. It's an effing bum.
They kind of took away from you guys. What did you see happen with Brock as far as the passing game going?
Yeah, man, he's one of those guys. The ball usually just finds him, you know. And I think we got to do a better job of that. I think when he's doing his thing, you know, we're better off. I think when we're throwing the ball to him, you know, he makes good things happen. So
And you steered away from that. Why?
Put our guys that are making plays in positions to make plays and continue giving them a ride.
I'm just gonna keep putting up all the tomatoes right now.
All right, thank you.
Boo this man. Boo this man. Get the F out of here. Now, guys, listen, I got to read some of these supers because we behind, man. Yo, my God, Midnight Raider King, real talk.
Fuck,
Keep
I gotta
everything
go.
the way it is because there's a change now. We might just screw up our draft position and wait to the end of the season to make a decision. I agree with that. Rosie Corarte, it's time for AP to walk the plank. Sir Shy 87. What sucks is the Raiders have the 8th pick in the 2025 draft. I mean, God, we can't even lose right. The F is going on here, man. At this point, hire Gruden and fire Getsy and get the F out of here. About to get blocked with that. Our team can play hard, but when you have bad coaching and QB play, you're screwed. Listen, normally when you pick winners, and guys, this is a little tip from your man Wasted. You're going to be pick winners. You're going to do your parlay. Pick the best coach and quarterback combination most of the time, and 80% of the time you will win. That is a stone cold lead pipe fact. My guy, Sweet Jazz, I am tired of the Raider word salad of these presses. I'm sick of that shit too. DM, Minshew, Getsy, AP, all back. Yo, get that F out of here. I will be incensed. I will be beside myself if these bums are back.
My bad.
What's up, man? My guy, Hammer. I'm sorry I had to get through all of those supers, yo.
Nah, it's
yo,
fine. I had a phone call anyways. You're good.
It's all good. AP isn't getting firing Getsy because if he does it now and the team looks the same, he has no excuse. That's right. I don't think Luke Getsy's going anywhere, Hammer. I got to disagree with you. I think that Luke Getsy will be here for the duration of this shit show because Antonio Pierce needs somebody to throw right in front of the oncoming bus. That's what he needs. And I want you to know something, that this stream has been powered by BetUS. 150% on your first deposit up to $2,000, 125% of your next two deposits up to $2,000. Listen, most comprehensive sports book there is. Fastest payouts in the industry. Going over to Bet US and tell them Wasted and Hammer sent you. You damn right. I'm going to speak for you, Hammer, because next season you're going to be Bet US down too. My guy, Gorell Webster, throwing tomatoes everywhere. Now, Hammer, look, let's get into some of these raw numbers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into this, man. This was nasty effing work, bro. Nasty effing work. Travis Kelce got healthy on us all of a sudden. Alexander Mattison, 14 carries, 15 yards. A yard a carry, damn it. Less than a yard a carry, man. How was that even effing possible?
Why the fuck do you continue to run?
Yo, Patrick Mahomes, just with the doctor order. He's been playing like ass, and now he gets healthy on us and throws for 2 touchdowns. He made his month of October because he hasn't thrown a touchdown in the month of October until today. Brock Bowers, 5 receptions, 58 yards, not a whole lot of targets. What is the Raiders' problem with throwing the football at their number one options? They did it with Devontae. They're doing it now. What the F is going on here, bro?
They keep steering away from what works. That's exactly what it is. You keep steering away from what works. You have the worst fucking ground game in the NFL right now, or one of the worst ground games in the NFL right now, but yet you continue to try to run the ball. For what fucking reason? Jacoby Myers is back right now. Brock has been one of the premier tight ends as a rookie the first 8 weeks of this season, and you're steering away from what fucking worked. Make it make sense.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Yo, one good thing that came out of the day, and I don't want to say that someone getting hurt is a good thing, but Jackson Powers Johnson being at center, that should continue to be the metric going forward.
Yep.
Look, keep Jordan Meredith in, youth movement all the way around. I love the fact that when we've been screaming for our season, we got a Thayer Mumford sighting as the extra down lineman to help protect. Max protect. Chris Jones is a game wrecker. He still wrecked the game, but not as much as he possibly could have, man. Chris Jones, I mean, golly, man, that guy is a freaking Hall of Famer, bro. Already, he is going to be a Hall of Famer, man. I mean, Hammer, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I really thought that this game could get uglier than this. I really did. I thought I thought it could get uglier than this. I did, and it didn't, and I'm very, very happy, and I'm thankful for that. But man, you know, Chris Jones, man, was a load today. He was a load today, bro.
Are you surprised? Again, you're going against a defense is one of the top 5, top 6 defenses in the league, and again, our offense reverting back to what doesn't work. A lot of lost yards on the ground game, and Chris Jones was one of the perennial guys that was in the mix of that. Him, Leo Chanel. They were getting in the backfield incredibly quickly.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You know, I mean, bro, I don't want to make excuses for the uncreative and poor coaching, man. But the one thing I can say is that the Raiders don't have a whole hell of a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball, man. Yo, Madison had 1.7 yards a carry. It's the third worst for a player with 14 plus carries in a game, bro.
And I think the week before he averaged like a little more than 4 a carry, like, or 4 on the mark. Like,
it's unbelievable. Now, guys, with per tankathon, the draft order as it's currently constituted: Carolina Panthers at number 1, Tennessee Titans at number 2, New England Patriots at number 3, the New York Jets at 2 and 6, at 4, Jacksonville Jaguars at 5, New Orleans Saints at 6, and the Raiders at 7. Right, so that can change because of the wins and stuff. So as when it comes to Jacksonville, New Orleans, the Jets, and New England, that can change at the end of the season. The Tennessee and Carolina thing, I think the Raiders at best will be picking 3rd. I can't really see a way that the Raiders could be picking number 1 unless I don't see many wins on Carolina or Tennessee's board. Now, the good thing about New England is New England will not be taking a quarterback. Carolina Panthers, I don't know what they're going to do with Bryce Young. Hopefully they don't get rid of him, so they're out of the quarterback market and they try to build around him. Tennessee's definitely taking a quarterback. And the New York Jets, I mean, with the whole Aaron Rodgers experiment, I don't necessarily know how long that's going to continue, bro. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, probably not taking a quarterback. New Orleans Saints, a sneaky team that could take a quarterback. You know, they might be moving on from the DC experiment, man.
Jacksonville's definitely not going with a quarterback. They just paid fucking Trevor Lawrence, so they're not going to be looking for a quarterback at this time.
Yeah, I mean, but yo, this is the crazy thing. Today, versus the Chiefs, we had no success running the ball, ran it on 3 straight downs inside the 5 and could not get it in. And it's like, is that it? Listen, we talk about execution and all of these different things, but when will this tone deaf? See, look, I don't ever want us to lose. Did I think we were going to win? I told y'all on the show I didn't think we was going to win. But God damn it, when you got a situation like that, bro, to me, what I want to see, win, lose, or draw, is that in a situation where you're at the red zone, that you use your effing brain and adjust and stick the ball in the end zone. And even if you don't, try something effing different. Try something different. I mean, Hammer, I'm just pissed, bro. And then, you know, when you start thinking about it and you see what's going on in Washington, man, with Jaden Daniels, last play of the game, throws a bomb, an all-time great bomb, and wins the game, bro. And you're like, damn, we could have had this guy.
Yep.
We couldn't have had him.
That was fucking insane, though. I watched the ending of that shit and I was like, what the fuck did I just see? Like, that was insane.
Bro, look, everybody, who do you think is the person who's been pushing on not giving up on the run game?
Getsy.
Do you think it's AP or do you think it's Getsy? I think it's AP.
I think it's both, because when, like, one of the very first, like, the introductory press conference, like, AP said he wanted to focus, like, he wanted this to be a heavily run, like a run heavy offense. And it's like, your running backs are not it. And your offensive line, I don't want to point fingers and say it's the offensive line right now. Like, it's the lack of vision and the type of run plays that are being called. Like, you're doing the same shit. Change it up. Go misdirection. Go counters if you have to. Go traps. Go sweeps. I'm not saying run the RPO, because Minshew is not a guy that can run the RPO. But, like, you have to fucking change it up.
F the RPO. Explain this to me. Y'all in the chat. How the F do you explain this? Do y'all see who that is lined up out wide? Did y'all see this? This is Thayer Mumford. A tackle lined up at wide. So when you start talking about everybody like, yo, we knew that y'all were going to lose. We're going to lose. We knew it. This is the shit that I have a problem with. Right? And then, right, you sit up there and you say to yourself, and Hammer, we talk about Luke Getsy getting fired, right?
Right.
When asked about whether he's considering making a change at offensive play caller, Antonio Pierce said he thinks the issue is execution. Bro, that don't sound like he making a change to me, bro.
Nope.
That don't sound like he making a change to me, man.
Where's
Bro,
where is our minority owner? Because he needs to fucking step in and open his mouth then, if that's the case.
I'm sure Tom Brady's not going to walk in the building and just start, you know, just telling people what to do. I think he needs to sit back and see and check what's going on, man. Yo, Travis Kelce, man, he just kills us, man. He kills us, bro. Every time, man. We're 2-6, man. 2-6, man. 33 yards rushing is the fewest versus the Chiefs since they had 31 in 2004. We are horrible. We are horrendous in 2004. That's nasty effing work. And then you continue to keep running the ball. Andy Reid has owned us, bro. Andy Reid has owned us, man. We need to pray for rain and pray that he gets the F out of the division, man. Unbelievable, man. Bro, the Chiefs have as many wins at Allegiant Stadium in the past 350 days as the Raiders do.
7-0. 7-0 at Allegiant.
Bro, I'm talking about in the last 350 days in almost a calendar year.
Yeah.
The Raiders have 3 wins at Allegiant Stadium and the Chiefs do 2. Most wins for a coach at Allegiant Stadium, including playoffs. Andy Reid, 6th. Josh McDaniels 6, Antonio Pierce 5, John Gruden 4, Rich Bisaccia 3.
Nasty work.
Yo, now you got this defending Super Bowl champions at 7-0. It is looking like they're gonna march, towards, probably at the very minimum, an AFC Championship game appearance, right? And it's like, I almost don't know what more to say about this, man. Look, let me get to some of you guys supers. Let me let you guys sound off. This is the rant line, bro. Shout out, you guys are not rocking with the best, the great and powerful Shieldmore. You are rocking with the best right now, yo. Minshew, Getsy, AP, all back. Oh, you said Classic Man Q. Did y'all see Getsy at Mumford? Yeah, I saw it, Classic Man Q. I saw that junk, bro. They're embarrassing the emblem. Grim from 804. Unbelievable, man. Cody Stick, this team was significantly better under McDummy. And that's sad. But McDummy did have some more competent quarterback play. LS, the damager. It might be the darkest before the dawn, but this team hasn't seen the dawn in 25 years. I thought we had the pieces in 2016, and here we are. Mumford, wide receiver, all pro. Oh, my God. My guy did McFly with the $5 smash. I like that Tucker popped out, but then he was a ghost again. Also, who gets the blame for Bowers not being utilized in the game? I would think in the red zone, you would feature Brock Bowers in the red zone. What the fuck happened there? Excuse me for the cussing. I know this is a family show.
I wish we had an answer to that, because that was the one thing that drove us insane watching that shit. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing with Brock? Or what are we not doing with Brock? Why are we not utilizing him more?
Bro, look, I don't know, man. Listen, every time we lose containment, let Holmes out there in the pocket, he kills us. I don't know why nobody from the Raiders takes a late hit and creams that fucking guy.
And Jason fucked up as well a couple of times and not containing. He's fucking shooting to the inside gap, and it's just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to contain.
Listen, he's trying, right? He's trying.
This ain't the Special Olympics.
No, I know. He's trying. He's trying. His football IQ needs to go through the roof. We got over 1,100 of you guys in the room. Thank you guys for being here on the Wasted Talent rant line, bro. But yo, run. Like, they act like we got Dan Marino at quarterback, bro. My guy Top Beats. The nation is one thing, but when you come down, you're gonna hate this coaching staff. That's a fact, man. Yo, thank you. Gardner Minshew gave another game away. Vegas Rangers. Gardner Minshew should never start another game for the Raiders. He should never start another game, and whomever brought him in that is a demerit on Tom Telesco and Antonio Pierce. This guy is a effing bum. A effing bum. Ronald Coleman, Broncos fan in the building. F you, F Bo Nix, F the Broncos, and you guys ain't going anywhere either. How about that? And y'all gonna have a mid-ass quarterback at quarterback for the next 3 or 4 years. And you're gonna have Sean Payton's bum ass over there. And it is no bounty gate to bail y'all bums out. You ain't got Drew Brees over there with you. So F you and F the Broncos. And if you say one more thing, you will be unceremoniously blocked. You're about to be unceremoniously blocked. Say one more effing thing. Listen, let me tell you something, Coleman. You will be getting run the F out of here. When did good at stopping the ground game? It was Kermit's improvising with the pass that got us, plus Gardner's turnover and the end got it. Your Gardner was an effing bum today. Get him out of here, man. Yo, Mr. Take Her Soul. We're not trying to win. Tank loaded. We don't have to tank. We're ass. We don't got to tank. My guy, Raider Dane, Japster. I don't want to hear about PG as a head coach no more. He can't stop Kelsey for nothing. After years in this division, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about. Listen, for me, Hammer, I treat this like pulling a Band-Aid off. Clean break. Get everybody the F out of here, man. I mean, look, I know the Tyree equinox has been upon us. He got a sack. There was a Tyree Wilson sighting. Shout out to Tyree Wilson.
Jackass.
Yeah. Ronald Comey says, block me. That's right. Unceremoniously. You, wait, hold on. I don't normally block, but you're getting blocked. The F out of here. You're about to be unceremoniously blocked. The F out of here, you effing bum. Zamir White had 145 yards rushing last Christmas versus the Chiefs. Zamir White has 164 yards in the last 6 games. He has played for the Raiders this season. He's an effing bum too. Get the F out of here. Yo, when are the mock drafts coming? Duncan, Idaho. You know when the mock drafts are coming? I'm going to tell you when the mock drafts are coming. They're coming right after this effing block. Get the F out of here, Duncan, Idaho. That's when the mock drafts are coming, you effing bum. You get the F out of here. F you and the Queefs. Yo, back-to-back weeks at the goal line, first and goal, and not scoring is like going to a chick's house at 2 a.m. and not knowing she is on her monthly flow graphic radio. You are a diabolical so-and-so. The F out of here. These players are somebody's kids. These refs are going to kill somebody with their bias. Hip tackle, horse collar on our QB, no flag. Doesn't help. Powers flag, too ridiculous. Phantom. No, I ain't playing today, Darth Vader. He can get the F out of here. He can get the F out of here. Hammer, you are the man, but I appreciate you pull up. When we see Ritter, I think Desmond Ritter better be playing next week. If Desmond Ritter is not playing next week, Antonio Pierce, you need to get the F out of here. Graf is always 100% right, 1,000% right. Only when he's in the chat. He's only wrong when he's on the screen with me. Get the F out of here. Yo, at this point of the season, we're just expecting us to lose nothing. Surprising me more. It just wasn't meant for this year. We need to accept this is a bad team and a bad coaching staff, and we need to take this coaching staff, shine them some bitches up, turn them sideways, and stick them straight up the team's candy ass. They need to get out of here. I'm sick of this. Sacktown, Mike Rader, wasted. Please say this to the nation. My buddy, Les, a.k.a. Pinhead, is in the hospital in ICU. He's a lifelong Raider fan. Please send prayers. Y'all, please. Yo, listen. Send the prayers up to our guy, Pinhead, Les. He's in ICU. Our prayers are with him. Prayer hands all throughout the chat. Nation, get behind one of our own. This is bigger than football. Blessings to Pinhead. Blessings to our guy, Les. Blessings to that man. Hopefully he gets out of ICU and can keep Raidering in peace, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him, yo. It's bigger than football, yo. Yo, Raider Dame, that is diabolical, man. Listen, this is very serious. We got a member of the nation that's hurting right now. We got a member of the nation that is hurting. That's right. It's right, man. Yo, rest well, my brother. Get up, man. Get on up, man. And that's right. Like my man said, my brother Graf. Them putting Ritter out there for a 5-yard penalty and never seeing him again is like a scene in Don't Be a Menace in jail. I don't even know you, man. That shit was crazy, yo. And I've heard in the chat, you guys have said something that was crazy, insane. This just in. They said that Desmond Ritter is going to be on IR because he cut his finger on a booger of Gardner Minshew's, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You got to laugh to keep from crying. Does anybody, does a tone forget last year's Christmas game? It ain't like we're the only team that can't beat the Chiefs. They are 7-0, 6 teams before us. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, bro. We had a chance. Yo, if you're Chiefs fans and talk shit, I'm blocking your ass. If you're a fan of any other team that come here talking ish, I'm blocking your ass. If you threaten to be blocked, blocking you. It's right. Listen, you let me do that, Top Piece. You let me do the unceremoniously blocking in here, man. Yo, my guy, Darth Vader. Hopefully he gets fired. He's not going to get fired. Darth Vader, let me tell you something, man. Have you ever heard of a thing in a movie called plot armor? AP's the main character. AP's the main character. And when you look at a Freddy movie, right? Or you look at Star Trek, the person that you guys see go out with the people in Star Trek that are not part of the staff, Yeoman Johnson, as Eddie Murphy said, when they go out with Spock and Captain Kirk, they're the ones who are going to get sniped and killed. Luke Getsy will hang around until the last few games of the season, and Antonio Pierce are going to throw him under the effing bus, man. He is going to roll over him like nobody's business. Yes, that is Luke Getsy. He has just avoided being thrown under the bus, but Luke Getsy will be thrown under the bus. Now, Hammer, let me ask you a quick question. I know you are fading here, bro. You are fading, bro.
Wait, good.
Did you read the report where all the Raiders' assistants mailed it in and Marvin Lewis is one of them? Bro, everybody's saying, I don't believe that. That report, we don't know. We're not in the building. I think that is a bunch of bullshit. I think it is gender deflecting behind the fact that AP is he's not a head coach, bro. I've accepted his fate. I've accepted the fact that he's got to go. I've accepted it. AP got to go. I've accepted it. I've accepted it. God damn it, I'm going to say it like Dr. Umar Johnson. I've accepted it. I've accepted it. I have accepted it. God! Wow! Right, I have accepted it. I'm over. I'm not making no excuses for AP. At the end of the season, I want AP to finish the season out. I don't have any vitriol or hate for AP, but he is not equipped to be a head coach. This game, there's not a second half adjustment. There's been nothing. It is time for AP to go. He's not coach material. Yes, he's not. AP needed to win this game to keep. No, I think AP needs to show that he has learned from his past mistakes. It is not just winning or losing. It is the style in which that is done. The style in which AP has done has gotten progressively worse over the weeks. No, we didn't get blown out. But we had a chance to win. And that is something that you can't mail in. You got to win these games. So now we are 0-3 in our division. It's time. I'm telling you, it's time. Listen, I'm there too replacing AP. I was a huge backer, for him being head coach. We were. But it's time, man. My guy OG Fade is in the place. How the hell is AP going to make an adjustment when he's not calling the plays? I understand his back. What you do is you go and you demand that the guy that you employ makes adjustments. You go in the locker room and say, hey, man, this is what we need to do. This is what I'm seeing. Why the F are you the head coach if you have no effect on the game in the second half of the first half? Why OG Fade? You tell me. Hammer, what do you think, bro?
Look, you've been seeing the same thing out of Getsy for, 8 weeks now? Like, obviously, shit is not going to change. You fucking had him on the fucking sideline play calling. Now you have him up in the box for 2 weeks play calling. It's still the same fucking results. Costly turnovers by our quarterback as well. We fucking lost Aiden O'Connell for the next 4 to 6 weeks, so we fucking bring in Ritter. I'd much rather see Ritter at this point in right now, too. I don't give a fuck how people, Minshew didn't do too bad today. Guess what? He still had another fucking turnover. He's had a turnover in just about every single game he's started for us this year. He needs to be fucking benched and never seen ever again. This shit has got to fucking stop.
Well, look, maybe Gardner Minshew might play better somewhere else. He never needs to be seen in silver and black again. He needs to go, right? I just think the fact that you never want to shake the man's hand. You can't shake the hand of a man who digs for gold in plain sight. So what does he do when he's by himself? Does he scratch his ass? Does he scratch his Harry Bean bag and touch the doorknob? What kind of a scumbag is this guy?
He's definitely a guy that does not wash his hands after he.
Yeah, he's not. It is not. He does number 2. I mean, unbelievable. Listen. Look, man. Listen, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Gardner Minshew.
Tutorial that says you know what the fuck you do.
Yeah, that's right. You need to sit that ass down, man. So it's disgusting, man. My guy, Deuce Cleans. My nephew wanted me to buy Saint Sheets for his birthday. I'm questioning my love for him. Just kidding. Shout out to you, Deuce Clean. I don't know what that has to do with what we're talking about, and I don't want to unceremoniously block you. Happy birthday to your nephew. Maybe your nephew is a content creator who likes both teams. I don't know. Shout out to Freight Train, Rusty Corte. One in AP is like one in Kamala. You talking politics, Rusty, about to get unceremoniously blocked. Don't do it, Rusty. I love you, but don't do it. We don't want to talk no politics in here, man. It is sad. The only reason the Raiders hire AP is because they beat the Chiefs. One game got him the job, and Max Crosby one of them, and he's in over his head, and that's a fact, bro. That is a fact, man. That's right. Don't do it, Rusty. Unceremoniously. Top Beats is on the trigger, and so am I. But guys, listen, man. He's 10. My bad, wasted. Shout out to you, yo. As a 94-year-old school football player, as a 94 old school football player, we didn't care if the opposition's teeth were gone. It was definitely playing to win for the team type shit. The game is soft. Julius Hill, I don't know what context we're talking about that, but I feel it. Hammer, I think it's about time to get out of here, man. The train has rolled to the track. We've been going an hour and 20 minutes. We've been juking and jiving. Guys, if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are trying to go through the roof here at Raider Nation Unlimited. I would like to be viewed upon this platform as one of the, and I think it already is one of the preeminent platforms of Raider YouTube. But I want the numbers to reflect that. Going up there, hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button for my brother Hammer too. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get him a few more questions. We're going to get the F out of here, man. Yo, Wasted. Colt Miller had yet another terrible game. Adams is out now. We got to bring us some O-line help. It's time, bro. It's time, bro. It is time. Hey, Wasted and Hammer. Always great content. Agree with you guys on this team. Appreciate you, man. Yo, my guy, War Chart. King Wasted. You are displaying my frustrations and angers right now. Talk that shit and keep cooking. Appreciate you, my brother. Yo, when the chickens in the coop make the decisions, it doesn't work. Players shouldn't tell the owners who to hire. Mark Davis needs to remember that next time. When we're screaming and yelling for somebody, you guys remember, we asked for this Antonio Pierce thing, right? We asked for it. I've come to the realization it was the wrong decision. I am sorry. It's time for him to go. Time to get a coach. At this point, cut your losses. Get him out of here. Wasted. Do you think these beat writers are going to ask Matt Crosby about how the head coach you pounded the table for and threatened to trade if he wasn't? Look, what do you want Matt Crosby to say? Like, what, bro? To me, all of the gender deflecting and whose fault and this, that's bullshit. Only thing I know is that it is a rotten result right now and it needs to stop. It needs to change. I don't want to hear it no more. Antonio Pierce at the end of the season should be gone. They should be looking for a new head coach. And no matter what Max Crosby wanted, the things that made him laugh made him cry now. I'm sure Max Crosby not going to come out and say, yeah, we need to fire him. He's a fucking bum. What they got to say? You want him to endorse him again? I think Max Crosby just wants to be in a winning environment. Just get Max Crosby a winning environment to be a part of. The hell with what he wants. I'm sorry, man. Shador like your life depend on it. New coach like your life depend on it. Tom Brady helping these guys curate the situation like your life depended on it, man. I'm sorry, man. I just don't want him to ask for a trade. That's all I'm asking for. Hammer, you got anything to say in closing? Tony Quiñones is about to be blocked the F out of here with the Dodgers crap. Wasted. Would I bring a Nick Saban? Hell no. Why would I bring college football's version of Bill Belichick? I might as well bring in Bill. No, I don't want that. Yep. AP, we asked for, and this is what we getting. We asked for. I'm just as guilty. I was screaming from the mountaintop to hire AP. Hindsight is 2020. Solomon Mitchell, that's right. And now I'm willing to accept the reality, the fact that AP shouldn't have been a head coach to begin with. It's time for him to go. Time for him to have to go. Hammer, you got anything to say?
Nope.
Me neither. Love you, brother. We are out of here like yesterday. Shout out to all of y'all. Reaction Mondays all over the place. Hammer's going to be rocking and rolling with that dude, Joe. I forgot his last name. My guy, Graphic, is definitely going to be on Reaction Monday. I know I have to. You know, Graph's going to be coffee and combo down. The great and powerful Wasted Talent. If I get home for work in time, we will be Reaction Monday and it all down. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Love every single one of y'all. We out yet like yesterday. And yo, my guy, JT Douglas, you're dead on. Wasted. Couldn't have said it better myself, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all have a terrific, terrific night, man. Beast Coast in the building. Go Yankees. And F everybody who says otherwise, man. I'm
when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
You damn right. We're not going to have no intro until the new one is done. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.